Hello, welcome back. It is definitely starting to look like I own a sawmill. I've been hard at it. I've been sawing up some cross ties. I've got 53 there right now. I've got one tie log left here drug out to saw up. I'm going to try to do that here in a little bit. These 4 cherry right here, I got to saw them up for a friend of ours. He's wanting them sawed up into 5 quarters. Got a big pile of slabs there. That's all hardwood stuff that I've sawed off of these ties. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but out yonder I've got a big pile of slabs. All my other stuff, I've been putting them on the log truck, on an old cab over truck. Just try to help keep it clean around here and take it out there and dump it, and then I'll take the dozer and push it over in the woods. Did finally get me some rock in here in this mud hole. I need some more now after we had that freeze and thaw. It's still a little bit soft in this area. Something I got to do today is I got to clean sawdust. Sawdust is becoming a problem. I've got a few ideas that I'm going to try to do and make a dust collector and fix something over in this area for the dust to go. I did get this one end wall put in. It's not complete, but it's close. I sawed all this stuff here. The boxing is poplar. I wound up putting a doorway right here because I've been stacking my lumber and stuff up right here. And when I've got like 16-foot stuff, it comes over here to the post. I've got a lot of foot traffic through here, so I just fixed me a doorway there for that. Like I said, it's not finished. These boards up here at top, I just let them go wild. I've still got to trim back that metal just a little bit, and I've got a 4-inch corner that's going to cap and cover all that. Another thing, I had to get a new motor for the sawmill. This is a 13 horsepower Predator from Harbor Freight. It's electric start. So far it's a really good running motor. I had to do a couple little things to make it work on the mill. It had a stupid charcoal filter right here. I took it off because it wouldn't let my handle come up to disengage the mill. The exhaust, it was coming out right here on this upright post for the saw head. So I stuck me some plumbing in there just to get it to shoot out a little bit. And another thing with this thing that I'm going to try to do right here shortly, and next little bit, is this motor ain't putting out as much amps as the old motor was, and it don't keep my battery charged for my carriage for the self feed. So I think what I'm going to try to do is, I'm pretty sure I've got enough room right here that I can put me another pulley and let it come out here and try to put me some kind of an alternator right here, some kind of small alternator to keep that battery charged. Right now I just charge it up for a little while, and it gets me by about 2 days. But I'll go in here in a minute and I'll show you the reason why I had to change motors. But so far, like I said, that motor right there is a powerhouse compared to what I had. This stack of lumber here is a mix of 2x4s and 2x6s that I've been sawing. That's just stuff that I've been getting off of these ties. Anything I can salvage, I've been saving instead of wasting. Another thing that I've been working on is I've sawed up a bunch of 2x4s, 10 foot and 16 foot. Me and Tiffany here in about a month or so is going to be building a garage for a guy, a 28 by 30. So I've sawed most of the lumber that we're going to need for there. We're going to need some treated stuff and some bigger beams and things. But all the studs, I've got all them sawed. That's what these are. And then these are 16-foot 2x4s that we're going to use for the purlins and bracing and stuff. I've got 90 studs right there. I got 62 of the 16-footers. So I've got them in here and they're drying. Like I said, that's something we're going to be doing. Here shortly. Sometime mid-March, I think, is when we're going to try to get started on that. But it's a pretty day here. It's in the 40s right now. It's supposed to get up to about 60 today. Going to be in the mid-60s tomorrow. Then we're going to have another rain system move in. It's finally now dry enough you can actually kick up some dust. Something else I scored on here yesterday. I've been looking for some, and a good friend of ours had these. These are 10-foot roller track. I got 6 of them. I'm going to use a couple of them in the shop to put my chop saw on to cut steel and stuff with, and then I'm going to try to utilize a couple of them over here for the sawmill. But I'll take you in here and show you this motor and show you the reason why I had to get a new one. So right here is the old motor. This is 11 horsepower Briggs, and what happened is the valve seat for the intake come out. You can see it right there. There's the valve seat, and it's had problems in the past. I'll show you why here in a minute, but you can see right here, this thing, it just falls back down in there. It has no restriction to it whatsoever. But what happened, or what somebody's done in the past, is if you can see right here and right here and right here, looks to me like, and right there, looks to me like they have taken a chisel and went around through there trying to spread this block a little bit to hold that seat in. And you can also see right here and right here, when that seat come out and the valve was coming down hitting it, it made a spot. So I figured by the time that got that fixed, I could buy another motor. So that's what I done. I'd like to take and make that electric, but I called a place there the other day to get a price on a new electric motor, and they scared me to death. So that's not going to happen in the near future. But that's the reason why I had to get a new motor for the mill. Well, that's not perfect, but it's cleaner than it was. For those that's been with me for a while will know, but for the ones that don't or haven't, I'll explain. Some of these buildings here was built for hogs. The building over here that I turned into my shop, that was the farrowing house, and this building here that I built on the side for the sawmill was the nursery. Both of these buildings had pits under them. The one I turned into my shop, I've got a video on that if anybody'd like to see it. It's turning a hog barn into a shop. But you can see here what I done to it. Right here where the concrete block was down, that was the manure pit. I tore all that out to make a shop. This building here has still got a pit in it. I'm going to eventually fill it in and do something different. But that's what this concrete block is here for, right there, is to clean out the pits when they was used for hogs, as they had PVC pipes stuck through the wall that went down into the bottom of the pit to where you could suck out the manure. I cut the pipe off there at the end of the wall, and I still ain't got it filled in yet. The ones that I fixed for my shop, I filled them full of concrete. But for now, I just got a piece of plywood leaned up there with that block holding it. So that's the story on that. I've got some resaw stuff here from when I was sawing the boards for the garage. I was just in a hurry, throwed them down. I'll saw them up tomorrow, and tomorrow still ain't came. So I need to try to get that done sometime. All this sawdust is about 3 weeks worth, 2.5 weeks worth or something, 3 weeks. I've not sawed every day. I've not sawed all day, but the days that I do saw, I've been trying to saw for 4 or 5 hours a day anyway. And here lately I've been sawing 4, 5, 6 hours just about every day. So my plan for the dust collecting is, I know where I can find a used dust collector out of an old feed mill. So what I want to try to do is dig this dirt down here behind this building and fix me a trailer or some kind of box or something that I can carry with the loader, and put that vacuum system up here and run me a hose down to collect the dust. On a day like today, it's pretty calm. Dust don't bother me too terribly bad. Most of the wind kind of comes here at an angle, and it kind of blows dust out and around behind the building. Now here, about a week ago, it was up about 65. It was a real nice day, but the wind was cracking 45 plus. And now that I've got this end wall in here, the wind was coming in here, and it was just catching that sawdust and blowing it everywhere my eyeballs was full. So that's the reason why I want to try to get some kind of collector and suck this dust out of here. But anyway, I'm gonna go empty that and see if I can't get a little sawing done.